the biggest game of the season so far. The Lakers needed this for numerous reasons. One, obviously, you need it for the standings. You need to win, trying to get into the playoffs, hopefully avoiding at the bare minimum that 9-10th spot in the standings for the play-in. Hopefully at worst, you're in that 7th, 8th seed. But ideally, you'd like to get that maybe 5 or 6 seed, so a win there really helps. This was huge for tiebreaker purposes, right? You're trying to, again, get in that spot. You want this win. Now, if you and the Pelicans finish with the same record, you're ahead of them. That could be the difference between you being in that like 9-10 or 8-7 spot. And then lastly, the Pelicans could pick swap with the Lakers, and thus you lose your draft pick. Well, not you lose your draft pick, but they swap their draft pick. So, for example, say the Lakers get the 10th pick in the draft, and the Pelicans is the 13th. Right? They say, okay, well, now you get our 13th and we'll take your 10th. So it just is one of those things where you get to keep whatever spot you land in rather than the Pelicans taking your spot. So again, all of those things were huge implications that were very impactful for this game. And the Lakers start to jump, just we're off to the races. They were up double digits literally in the first like 2-3 minutes and never lost that double digit lead. They were up 40 at one point, and I know a lot of people, they felt, just based on my live streams and stuff like that, and just, reading the comments from people as the game was going on, a lot of people were like, oh, we almost blew this lead, we almost lost this lead. We never almost lost this game. There was not a point in this game where I felt like, oh no, they're going to come back and win. Lakers have a game tomorrow against the Houston Rockets, which if we win that game, we're at 500. That game would be absolutely huge for the Lakers. So if we could get that win, that would be massive. Finally get to 500 for the first time since we were 24-24. But this game, look, we weren't going to lose a 40-point lead. You see it all the time. Teams will go up 25, go up 30, and they end up ultimately winning by like 10-15. It's the same thing. Lakers went up 40. They're just coasting. They're trying to go about their business without getting anybody hurt, without having anybody deal with any significant injury or anything like that. They were fine. But diving into the teams themselves is Anthony Davis, monster game. 33 minutes, 35 points, 17 rebounds, 1 assist, and just, again, controlled the game on both sides of the court. I also believe he had like 6 offensive rebounds, which was huge for this team. Also shot 50% from 3. He's made a 3 in like almost every game since this new team's been acquired, except for like 2. But regardless, huge game from Anthony Davis. We needed this. He showed out, balled out, dominated his old team, which was very impactful, right? He is most likely going to sit out of tomorrow's game. He always seems to sit out of the back-to-backs. This was the important game. I imagine he sits against the Houston Rockets. That game, he's probably not going to play. So we'll see. At least at the time of recording this video, haven't seen any word on that, but who knows? Things could change. But expect him very likely to miss out. Moving on, Malik Beasley. The dude did everything that we had been talking about for the last several games. I made a video like 2 days ago or whatever, before the last game, trying to speak a game like this into existence for Malik Beasley, and I was a game behind. So Malik Beasley, you could have done it the game earlier, but regardless, we needed it for this game. He gave us 24 points, was 8 of 16 from the field overall, and was 7 of 12 from 3. Again, he's a high-volume shooter, scorer. These are the kind of games he has, right? He either goes 7 of 12 from 3, or he goes 3 of 12 from 3. That's usually how it goes with these high-volume type 3-point shooters. They're just this roller coaster wave. But hopefully this is the beginning of him riding that upward wave rather than that downward wave where he's shooting, having 3 of 8 nights and 2 of 8 nights, stuff like that. We need him. We could use him. And just his ability to space the floor, knock down shots. You saw the Pelicans early on. They tried to guard him like the Knicks did. Teams before the Knicks game were literally gluing a guy to Malik Beasley. Gluing guys to him, no matter where he went. And the Lakers were basically able to operate 4-on-4. Then we played the Knicks, And the Knicks were like, hey, Malik Beasley's shooting terrible. Let's see if he can turn it around. And Malik Beasley was not able to turn it around. And so they never had to actually like glue a guy to him. Well, in this Pelican game, they tried to do the same thing. And this time Malik Beasley made him pay. And the game was over in the first 3 minutes. Again, we never looked back. And so Malik Beasley was very massive for this team, was very just big in general. And we need more games like this going forward. I think there will be a lot more games like this going forward once LeBron gets back, because I don't think it's a coincidence that the best stretch he had with this Lakers team was when LeBron and D'Lo were on the court together with him, right? He's a guy that, yes, he's good about going and getting his shot. He's really good about going and finding his shot, rather than, you see guys that'll just wait there and wait and wait and wait and wait. Oh, nobody got it to me. No, he'll go get the ball so he can get a 3 up, right? I love that about him. I love, the Steph Currys of the world, those guys that you have to chase around, right? Those are huge. But when you have a guy like D'Lo, you have a guy like LeBron James, they just make things so much easier. And therefore, he's going to get better looks. He's going to have better opportunities, all of that jazz. The only thing that I will say about the Lakers, they got to cut down on the turnovers. 17 turnovers just isn't going to cut it. Granted, like 12 of those turnovers were in the second half, and like 8 of them were in the third quarter or whatever. But still, got to do a better job protecting the ball. We've been very careless with the ball lately, and that's something that could really hurt us. We did start knocking down free throws, which is massive, right? We need free throws to start falling for us. We got to stop missing so many free throws. That was a huge factor in the Knicks game. We lost by 4 points, and we missed 7 free throws. That you can make an argument that was the difference. I think it was more than just that, but in general, like that's something that was very important. But outside of Beasley, it was a collective effort, right? You had D'Angelo Russell. He had a rough shooting night, but still gave you 17, 5, and 3. Gave you 2 blocks, 2 steals. Was just really solid, a plus 26 tonight. Troy Brown, 2 of 3 from 3, gave you 8 points, 5 rebounds, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Solid game. Jared Vanderbilt, we're going to touch on him in a minute, so hang tight with that. Austin Reeves, 14, 4, and 5. Another just brilliant game. 4 of 5 from the field, 3 of 4. He's just the model of efficiency. He really is. Rui continues to play well. 12 points, 4 of 7 shooting. He's been giving us, 12 to 17 a game over the last handful of games, which has been really good. Even the Knicks game that we lost, Rui was one of the few guys that actually played very well in the limited time that he had. So hopefully he can keep that up. Dennis Schroeder, he had a little bit of a rough shooting night, 1 of 5, 0 of 2 from the field, but he only played 19 minutes. They really limited him today. And then Gabriel, 6 points, 8 rebounds, which we're really going to have to probably rely on him tomorrow. Because if AD doesn't play, he's going to get a lot of minutes. Hopefully they bring somebody up for the G League or something. Or, maybe we sign somebody or something. I don't know, but we could use it, right? We could use something in general just to, kind of give us that big while Anthony Davis doesn't play tomorrow. Because Anthony Davis very likely is not going to play. But again, this team, just so much fun to watch. It's so nice to have a team like this, a team that can actually shoot the lights out, literally set a Lakers record for 3-pointers. This was never even a thought, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, whatever it was. This wasn't even a thought. This team is so fun, so energetic, so good defensively when they're locked in and focused. You got so many guys that can just punish you on the offensive end. How do you stop this team? When they're locked in, focused, and really about it, how do you stop this team? And we don't even have LeBron James. Since this team, we are now, 9-3 or 9-4 in the 13 games we've played? We're 9-4 in this. Very likely could be 10-4. This team is they're a blast. They are so much fun, so good, so talented. But said I'd talk about Jared Vanderbilt. Jared Vanderbilt, again, very impressive on Brandon Ingram. Just makes things so difficult for him. Really challenges him. Really is up in him. He got into foul trouble. There's a couple like kind of tic-tac fouls that they called that were just like, come on. Like, but regardless, even then, he made things difficult, right? Brandon Ingram, he's 1 of 5 from 3, 22 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 9 of 17 from the field. Most of that came when Jared Vanderbilt was not on him. And Jared Vanderbilt just shows how valuable he is on the defensive end. His hustle, his drive, his motor, his length, just everything about it is just really good. And no, he's such a valuable asset to this Lakers team. He is a huge X factor to this Lakers team and is going to be very, very important come, the play-in, playoffs, whatever. However it shakes up, we're going to need a guy like him. But again, very good win. Got to go get this Houston game. Houston game puts us at 500, which would just be, again, beautiful. I hope it goes. I hope it goes well. I really do. I'm really looking forward to this game tomorrow. We very likely won't have AD, but we still need to get this win. And then Dallas. Again, got to win that Dallas game. Got to win the Thunder game. The Thunder just keep winning, right? So we got to make sure that they don't catch us. But got to win that Dallas game. Got to win that Thunder game. And got to win that Minnesota game later. Those are the other 3 games that are very, 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 very important. Utah, we played twice towards the end of the season. Depending on where Utah's at, they might not even play guys. All of a sudden, Lauri Markkanen, he has knee soreness, and, Sexton has, a wrist injury, and Clarkson has, abdomen problem, whatever, all the little injuries that you see. That's how I can see that going, but we'll see. Anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What did you think of today's win? What do you think of this team going forward? Are you excited? Are you pumped? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below.